All right, we've got Jennifer on the line, so if I can get a motion to let her in. Sharon, and second by Brian. Is she in, Scott?
You need a
Oh,
vote.
yeah. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed? Okay.
All right.
All right, and then if I could get a approval for the minutes from May 23rd, if I get a motion. Brian, and second by Nate. Are there any additions or corrections that are needed? None? Okay. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? That passes. We'll jump right into informational. I do not see the circuit clerk here. Next up is the coroner monthly update. Okay, no update. ETSB update.
Jennifer left.
There. Nothing really too much to update you on. PSAPs are running fine. We start construction next week on the Stark County Dispatch Center. Any questions?
No questions. Thank you. Is there anyone from PCAPS? Oh, I did see you over there. Sorry.
I just have a quick update to my monthly report. We met with on the mobile spay neuter unit. We have been in meetings with Dr. Brown and his team. The unit is scheduled for production beginning, well, it's in production and should be out of production and in our parking lot beginning September 1st. And so far things are running on time, which is positive. However, if you'll remember, the agreement with Dr. Brown and Brown Animal Hospital begins July 1st. So we did have some meetings with them, and we have kind of a temporary arrangement. Beginning July 1st, we will be taking animals to Brown Animal Hospital for services rather than the mobile unit because we won't have it until September. So he's been wonderful to work with and kind of making this contingency plan to get through July through September 1st by, we'll be transporting animals out to his facility. We've met Dr. Davis, who's going to be the doctor working most closely with us, and everything's kind of smooth sailing on that front.
Exciting. Does anyone have any questions for Becky? No? Thank you. Sheriff Watkins, you mentioned earlier you had an update for us, but you weren't listed. Do you want to share the mental health piece?
I have 2 appropriations.
You want to wait till then? Actually, you're up.
Public
Wait, I'm sorry. Public defender report. Almost skipped you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Kevin Lowe here with the Public Defender's Office. Quick update. I know I submitted a written report, but just to highlight our new offices on the ground level of the courthouse. We have confirmation that they will be ready for us during the final week of August, so we're very excited about that. Furniture delivery will begin August 24th and 25th. That's a Thursday and a Friday, and then continue on the Monday and Tuesday of the next week, the 28th and 29th, if necessary. So I fully anticipate that we'll be moving in the final week of August. As far as staffing, our search continues for a first assistant to the office. Now I have one interview scheduled this week and another next week, so we're confident we'll be able to fill that position relatively soon. As far as our other immediate needs, we'll be looking to fill some vacancies in our support staff and administrative staff, receptionists, and perhaps a couple of paralegals. And then finally, I noted in my written report, I haven't to date included any caseload statistics. I'm a big fan of statistics, and I fully intend in the future months to be including certain statistics regarding current caseload and wherever possible noting specific trends so that I can give the board a better indication of where we're at. And if anyone, any specific board members or any individuals has any particular statistics that they're interested in, please contact me directly, and I'd be more than happy to try to provide that in my future reports. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions? All right, Sheriff, I promise you're up this time. Could I get a motion for the FY 2023 appropriation related to police services agreement with DCFS? Steve and Sharon, second. Thank you.
So this is the contract you guys have already voted on with having a deputy assigned to DCFS. So this is just the appropriation, bringing it forward because this is a new FTE. So this we started this in January, so this was not in our 2023 budget, but it is fully funded by DCFS.
Are there any questions? All right, let's go ahead and vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? That passes. If I could get a motion for the FY 23 appropriation related to police services agreement with Illini Bluffs School, District 327. Nate and Steve. Thank you.
So this is also a contract that you've already voted on with being an SRO position for Illini Bluffs. We start this in August, so this is just, once again, a brand new FTE to my budget that was not budgeted for 2023. So this is appropriation from August to December of this year.
Are there any questions? All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? That passes. And while you're there, do you want to give us that update?
Yeah, I sent a message out. Member Allison Groves reached out and wanted me to just kind of let you guys know about, we launched a new wellness program starting last week. Captain Mateel and we talked about this right after he got hired, right after I got put in office. The feedback I got was, we have 160 employees. What they deal with every day, it's tough on them, it wears on them. We don't have a good program or anything to offer them besides EAP. And a lot of times when somebody goes EAP in our office, it's already almost too late. Something's already happened. So I took that feedback to heart, and we got to work immediately after I took office. It's been a long process, but Captain Mateel has taken this 6 levels more than I even could have imagined. He's done a phenomenal job. We purchased an app as a navigation tool for our employees. We have a peer-to-peer network that has about 10 of our employees, some retirees, a wellness counselor that's attached. So that's just got launched last week. They're going through training now to know what to do to be a peer-to-peer person. We also have just hired right now it's part-time, hopefully full-time. We just applied for a federal grant to make her full-time. A wellness counselor. She was embedded with Peoria Fire just periodically, but I was introduced to her when I took office, and she's amazing. Colleen Worley. She gets police. Being first responders already, having that background. She's already been used several times, from what I'm told, from our employees before she was even hired with us. So she's going to be doing ride-alongs. She already has her own office space in our building. I think it's going to be a huge addition. We're already getting feedback that they want Captain Mateel and I to start talking at some conferences on how we built this model. So it's so far so good. We'll see. I think it's going to help with retention for sure.
Very exciting, and thank you to you and Captain Mateel both for the work you did to get that operationalized. Does anybody have any questions? No?
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, if I could get a motion for Maddie's Fund Grant Award to put that on the floor. Brian and Brandy. Becky?
All right, so this is one that we are particularly proud of. Most of our grants are something that we go out and seek and we apply for, and we talk about our program and they get awarded. This was a little different. This was actually a challenge that we participated in. 140 shelters across the country participated in a Return to Home challenge. And we were named the winner of the challenge, #1, with the best efforts across the country in returning animals home. And the award for that was this $15,000 grant. So we're particularly excited about this one.
Thank you. Are there any questions? Nope, seeing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? That passes. Back again. Next up, can I get a motion for Best Friends Animal Society Scholarship Award? Steve and Brandy. All yours, Becky.
All right, so the Best Friends Animal Society has representatives across the country in regional positions, and the regional representative had a couple of scholarships to award and chose our shelter to award them. The scholarship, along with some budget monies that we have for continued education, will allow us to send 2 of our staff members to their national conference in Houston.
Does anyone have any questions? All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? That passes. Thank you. All right, next up, can I get a motion for National Network of Public Health Institutes Grant Award to the Coroner's Office? Sharon and Nate. You're up, Ben.
Hi there, I'm Ben from the Coroner's Office. We applied for a competitive grant from a private organization to fund medical legal death investigations. We're awarded $13,000. It's to be used to further the office and the effort of technology and anything we can do to assist investigations. And so one example of that might be a camera for our scene equipment or a microscope or something in regards to technology or information that we need to use during death investigation.
All right, does anybody have any questions on that? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? That passes. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
Next up, if I could get a motion to put this on the floor, the 2023 State's Attorney Collection Fund. Nate and Sharon. Take it away, Jody.
I was just going to give a little background in case anybody had any questions. This isn't necessarily a new count. It's more of a correction of accounting. In January of 2020, we had signed a contract with a new firm that does our collections. So this is collections for outstanding debt on criminal cases, traffic tickets or other fines that are outstanding. This firm collects that. We get a percentage of that collection back, and it was set up an account that then just went back into the general fund each year, and it can't do that. It needs to stay as a separate account under the state's attorney's budget. So all this is sort of correcting what should have been in place in 2020. We didn't realize it until this past year when we went to spend money out of it that it had been swept and was gone. So that's how it came about. I'll be happy to answer any questions if anybody has anything.
Any questions? Nope. All those in favor signify by saying, oh, I'm sorry, Nate.
Did it get swept back in?
Back into the general fund, yes. So it's still there. So we are just sweeping it back into where it belongs.
All right. Anyone else? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? And that passes. Next up is committee action. What?
Yep. This is your twice-a-year review of your executive session minutes. So it remains the recommendation of the state's attorney's office that all previously held minutes continue to be held because the need for confidentiality still exists, and also to destroy executive session audio recordings that are more than 2 years old, except for those that relate to pending litigation.
Thank you, Brian. Can I get a second? Nate with a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? That also passes. Is there any public comment? Does anybody have miscellaneous business? Go ahead, Nate.
My only miscellaneous comment is I'm just thrilled at all the grant getting with people going out there and reaching and getting the money. You guys have done a great job getting funds for your department. So I was thrilled to see that this month.
Great point. Thank you. All right. With that, we're adjourned. Getting us back on track. Went smoother than last time.